This is an all sports station production.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, this is the National Football League. We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears.
We welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Nick Foles and the Bear offense about to be on display for the first time. Foles, the veteran, drafted in the third round back in 2012 out of Arizona.
The word contribution gets thrown out all the time around the league, and the Chicago Bears decided that their young quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, he needed some competition himself. They thought he would have entrenched himself as a starter by now, but because he hasn't, they brought in Nick Foles to give him that competition. Foles has a relationship with members of the coaching staff, won a Super Bowl as a starter with Philadelphia. They know what he's capable of. This competition is going to be fun.
A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Foles. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Brian Burns gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Now leading out the Panthers offense, a new man in charge for 2020, a member of the Saints the last couple of years. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand new head coach, a brand new organization in Carolina.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater got his man, Robbie Anderson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Bridgewater again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. With a connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see it.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10 to Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Another look now at the Chicago Bears offense. And this Bears team, losers for the first time of the year in Week 4, fell to the Colts at home 19-11. Nick Foles first started a Bear uniform. Remember, he helped engineer the big comeback last week in Atlanta, but he couldn't replicate the magic against the Colts. He did throw for 249, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but Charles, the Bears, they just could not move the ball on the ground.
Yeah, just 28 yards rushing against that tough front of the Colts. And remember, Tariq Cohen, their number 2 runner, is not available, out with a knee injury. So they were stuck on 3 points until the final 90 seconds or so of the game. Can they go back to Trubisky? I don't think so. I think with this type of a move, you stay with Nick Foles. The other problem with him is he's 5-12 as a starter for teams other than when he's with the Eagles. And how about this turnaround, partner? And how about this game? Thursday night against the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. That is going to be so much fun. And don't you think Tom Brady has this game circled now that Nick Foles is the starting quarterback? Because Foles cost him another Super Bowl ring when he's with the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, he's got this one circled. He's ready for some revenge. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. And he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 39 in, some movement before the snap. Here from our referee for the first time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Foles on the give to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year, but what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the fours, look out. He can control a game with his running.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 22, Foles. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, You know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. These two teams all tied after 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Bridgewater to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
On 4th down, the Panthers call on their undrafted rookie from South Carolina, Joseph Charlton, to punt. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And right away, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Some might say that he's got looked that in and absorbed the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. He was unable to on that attempt.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, Montgomery. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position and to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, the Carolina Panthers potentially in the midst of getting things straightened out. They win their second straight game in Week 4 to get to 2-2. This one a 10-point win over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. And for Teddy Bridgewater, his best showing so far as a Panther. Threw for a couple of touchdowns, ran for another, and he led Carolina on scoring drives of 13, 9, 10, 8, and 15 plays. So the offense was really clicking.
Full command of that offense already, and let's face it, the touchdown run by Teddy Bridgewater is the one that we're all really celebrating, right? Remember that knee injury in Minnesota? Many thought he'd never make it back. And for him to come back, be a starting quarterback in the NFL again, lead his team to 2 straight wins after opening the season 0-2, and to add that touchdown run, that's a big-time deal. You can't help but applaud Teddy Bridgewater and be excited. And this Carolina team, 2-2. I'm not sure we saw that coming. Division games 3 of the next 4 weeks, though. At Atlanta, home for Chicago, at New Orleans, and then back home again to face the Falcons a second time. They're starting to think a little bit bigger than maybe they were in preseason.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down, not by a little, but by plenty.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears next. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Foles, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30. Right off the bat, it's down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Montgomery. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Foles. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Second down and 3. Now a handoff to Davis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater, quick slant, caught by Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
Second down and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw David Montgomery with the strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D. Big series.
Again, it's Davis. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. This to Graham on the short pass. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return will stop right around the 25. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen with Davis. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Looking to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. A dump off for Davis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the draw, this is Davis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw it. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. First down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's a give to Davis. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So that one will be accepted. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll run it again here with Davis. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. And look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
Well, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Bridgewater on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Bridgewater throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd and short. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Davis. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Foles. And that will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll drop to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the play. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas, the best since his lone All-Pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys, but don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Foles on the give to Montgomery. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 39, Foles. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. The Panthers about ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On second down, Davis. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. Coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there. Get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And again, it's Bridgewater. They will find Davis. That's complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Foles. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Montgomery. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now Foles. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Bridgewater and the Panthers now down 13-9, a little over 50 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. This one caught by Davis. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Come on, guys, let's go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.